ها أنا أبشركم بفرح عظيم. النهاردة الحد الأخير قبل عيد الرسل. This Sunday is the last Sunday before the feast of our fathers, the apostles. God willing, it's going to be next Sunday. And in today's Pauline reading, our teacher, St. Paul, in his epistle to the Colossians, we heard him commanding us, continue earnestly in prayer, being vigilant in it with thanksgiving. Continue earnestly in prayer, being vigilant in it with thanksgiving. And this actually brings a major question. For how many years have we been praying ever since we learned our Father who art in heaven when we were young in the Sunday schools? For how many years? I think it's been a very, very long time we've been praying and praying. But let me ask you, for how many times have you really felt that you've spoken to God indeed? That you're talking to Him and He is listening to you? I wonder if any of us ever had this experience throughout those many years. But even those who had this experience, it will be only for a very limited number of times. Let me ask you, and let us ask ourselves, why? Why have we been praying for so long? So many of us are praying probably twice or 3 times a day or even more. But we hardly feel that we are really talking to God, that He is really there and listening to what we say. As a matter of fact, in order to answer this question, we need to discuss 3 keys to open the gates of heaven so that we may experience this very rich experience, to feel that we are talking to God and He is there listening to us. And in order to answer these, or to find these 3 keys, we would like to recite some verses of Psalm 130. Our teacher, St. David, the prophet and king, he says, "Out of the depths I have cried to you, O Lord. Out of the depths I have cried to you, O Lord." And this might answer the question that many people say, what should I say when I stand for prayer? I stand to pray and I hardly find anything to say. I find myself distracted. My thoughts are here and there, and probably I might stand for 5 minutes or so, not finding anything to say. Have you ever thought about making your prayer a heartedly dialogue between you and God? Have you ever had this feeling that you have so many things to say, but there is no one out there to listen? Have you ever thought about bringing what's in the depth of your heart to put it in front of God and talk to Him about this, about your pains, your sufferings, your anger, about your sicknesses, about your wishes, your goals, your targets, your hopes, about everything? Have you ever thought about doing this? Because that's exactly what God is looking for. If you want your words to reach the very heart of God, they have to come from the depth of our hearts. it has to be a dialogue or a speech between two hearts, mine and the Lord's. Even if you are reciting the prayer of the Akbir, because really sometimes we don't find much to say, but if you are used to using the book of Akbir, do not make it just as another habit, but try to think, try to concentrate in the words of the Psalms and the Gospel, the litanies, and you will find them fitting your needs. You'll find the Akbir speaking on your behalf to the Lord and bringing all your needs and all your prayers before Him right into His own heart. So this is the first key that we need to use whenever we stand for a prayer. Out of the depths I have cried to you, O Lord. Make it a heartedly conversation, and you will feel His existence. You'll feel His breaths all over you, and you will realize that you're talking to God. The second key, if you, O Lord, should mark iniquities, who could stand? If you, Lord, should mark iniquities, O Lord, who could stand? And this is the second key, how we approach God as we pray. Let us remember all the time who we are and who He is. Let us remember all the time that we are His creation. He is our Lord and Creator. He considers even the heaven, even the angels, impure before His eyes. And yet, we stand before Him lazy, yawning, and reluctant to even stand. So many people actually pray while they are sitting or lying in bed, not remembering whom are they sitting before. Let us remember that He made us in His own image and likeness, and He was very happy when He made us. But unfortunately, we disappointed Him. We broke His heart. We caused Him a lot of pain. We caused even Him to die just to save us. Remember all this. When you approach Him, remember that you have to approach Him with humility, with respect and dignity. And actually, this is a very, very important approach for you, little guys, when you approach Baba and Mama, when you speak to your parents asking for anything. If you approach them with arrogance, if you spoke with them loudly and disrespectfully, you are getting nothing. But if you really want to get what you need, if you really want to get what you want from Baba and Mama, just do the exact same thing. Be humble. Be respectful. And stand before Him just like, you remember the parable of the Pharisee and the tax collector? The Pharisee was very arrogant. He came to God saying, "Thank you, my Lord, I'm not like the other people, the rest of these guys. I fast 2 days a week and give all my tithes, and well, actually, I'm a good guy." But the other one, the tax collector, he approached God humbly and he said, "O Lord, forgive me, for I'm a sinner." And that's why he was forgiven. That's why his desire, his prayer was granted to him. So, the first key is to approach Him with a speech from the heart. The second key is to approach Him with humility and respect. The third key I wait for the Lord. My soul waits for the Lord more than those who watch for the morning. Some people might say, for how long should I pray? I've been praying for a very long time, for probably years and years, and my wish or my prayer was never granted to me. Okay. You have to be patient, just like David. As a matter of fact, David was anointed a king, and he was never truly a king unless after 10 years. 10 years of persecution, 10 years of running and avoiding Saul the king, who was trying to pursue him and kill him all the time. Do you remember how many years Sarah, the wife of Abraham, prayed to have Isaac? And she got him when she was 90 years old. She became too old to have anything. Not only Sarah, but Rachel, and before her, Rebekah. And Hannah, the mother of Samuel, how many years have they been praying? Saint Elizabeth, asking for a child. And eventually, her prayer, or their prayers, was granted after so many years. Be patient. Be patient. And as you stand for prayer, in a humbly and respectful and a heartedly manner, try to enjoy your very unique relationship with your Creator. He loves you, and He wants you to stand before Him. He knows very well that the moment you get what you want, you're going to run away. You will no longer stand before Him. So, He wants you to stand before Him probably longer than you've expected. Do not give up. Do not give up. And keep praying and asking. And He will eventually grant you what you wanted. Just like the parable of the widow and the unjust judge. It was mentioned in Luke 18. He was an unjust judge. He feared no one, not even God Himself. Yet, this poor widow, who kept coming and calling on Him and asking Him, grant me what I wanted, I'm being treated unjustly, so He eventually granted her what she wanted. If you're looking for the keys to open the gates of heaven to the heart of God, do not look far away. They are here within each one of us. Approach Him and talk to Him from the depth of your heart. Approach Him while realizing that we are all sinners unworthy of standing before Him. Remember how weak we are, how poor, how ignorant we are, and impure. Approach Him patiently and try all the time to enjoy your existence before Him. At the end of this little speech, I would like to remind you the story that was mentioned in the book of the Paradise of the Fathers. Once upon a time, there was a kind of a drought. There was no raining for a very long time. And actually, the fathers at the monastery, they relied totally on the rainwater to drink and to grow their crops and culture and stuff. So they were truly alarmed by the stoppage or the cessation of the rain. They did not know what to do. And they started praying and praying and praying. But actually, there was no rain. In the end, one of them went to the elder of the abbey and spoke with him. Father, there is no rain, and we are in the threat of death, of thirst, and even the crops are going to die and wither. Then the father or the elder said to his disciple, "Oh, my son, you should go and pray." Then the young monk said, "We've been praying for a very long time, Abuna, and nothing happened." Then Abuna told him, "Oh, my children, I see that you have not prayed in the right manner." And he lifted up his hands and asked God, and while he was standing for prayer, the rain started to fall. There is always a way to ask for things. We have no rights before God. So we have to beg. We have to ask humbly. We have to tell him that we do love him, because he loves those who love him. We have to be patient. And we have to give him what he wants. He wants you to stand before him to enjoy his company, because his company is really enjoyable. We have to learn how to pray. We have to remember the very words of St. Paul in his epistle to the Colossians. Continue earnestly in prayer, being vigilant in it with thanksgiving. كونوا مواظبين على الصلاة ساهرين فيها بالشكر. دي الآية اللي ابتدى بيها قراءة البولس النهاردة من رسالة معلمنا بولس الرسول إلى أهل كولوسي الإصحاح 4. وكنا بنسأل إنه الحقيقة لسنين كتيرة إحنا بنصلي، وفي ناس مننا بيصلوا 3 و4 مرات في اليوم، ولكن أنا آسف حاسين إن صلواتهم مش مستجابة. ونرجع نقول ليه؟ الحقيقة في الإصحاح في المزمور 130 معلمنا داوود النبي بيقول لنا على 3 مفاتيح مهمة جدا نفتح بيها أبواب السماء ونوصل بيها لقلب ربنا. لما في الأول بيقول من الأعماق صرخت إليك يا رب. لازم تكون صلواتنا من عمق القلب، نحط فيها كل مشاعرنا، نحط فيها كل أتعابنا، كل ألمنا. مش لازم تكون صلوات محفوظة وبنؤديها وكأننا بنوفي ندر زي ما بيقولوا، لكن بالحري ممكن تكون 5 كلمات نقف نقولها قدام ربنا وتفتح لنا باب السماء. زي بالظبط اللص اليمين لما كان معلق على الصليب وقال له اذكرني يا رب متى جئت في ملكوتك. 5 كلمات مسحوا كل الخطايا القديمة وكل السيرة التعبانة وفتحت له باب الفردوس. المفتاح الثاني لما بيقول له إن كنت للآثام راصدا يا رب من يثبت لأن من عندك المغفرة. إن كنت للآثام راصدا يا رب. خلينا فاكرين دايما ضعفنا وخطايانا. احنا الحقيقة ملناش حقوق عند ربنا. ربنا هو اللي ادانا كل هذه الحقوق. لكن مع الأسف كتير ما بنقف قدام ربنا وبنقول له يا رب انت قلت وقلت واحنا عايزين، ولكن ربنا دايما بيدور ويقول إن كنت سيد فأين مهابتي، وإن كنت أبا فأين مهابتي، وإن كنت سيد فأين كرامتي. خلينا دايما فاكرين إن احنا خلقته وإن احنا صنعة إيده، ولما نقف قدامه لازم نقف قدامه باتضاع ومذلة، بالظبط زي ما الفريسي والعشار. العشار كان واقف باتضاع وانسحاق قلب، الفريسي كان واقف بعجرفة، وعلشان كده استحق العشار إن هو ينال غفران خطاياه. المفتاح الثالث لما داود بيقول انتظرت نفسي الرب من محرس الصبح لليل. من محرس الصبح أنا مستنيك يا رب، مهما طال الوقت أنا مستني، مهما طال الوقت أنا مستني. مش هقلق، مش هتعب، مش هفقد الرجاء، مش هبطل أقف قدامك. زي ما كان دايما قداسة البابا شنودة يعلمنا، خلي عندك صبر، وقف قدام ربنا، اسكب نفسك أمامه سكيبا، اطلب منه وهو هيدي بغنى وهيدي بكرم وبسعة لا توسع. اتأكد انه ربنا مستنينا، مستني كل واحد فينا، علشان يبقى صديق شخصي لربنا. ربنا نفسه ان هو يصاحبنا، وعلشان كده اخلى ذاته وجه على الارض في صورة عبد، في صورة انسان فقير. ربنا لم يولد في قصور ولم يلبس اثياب ناعمة. ربنا ما كانش جاي علشان يعيش في غنى وفي عز، ولكن جه علشان يعيش في فقر وتعب وذل وهوان، ويعيش مضطهد ومحزون، ويموت على الصليب علشان يكون صديق لكل واحد فينا. واقف بيقول ها أنا ذا واقف على الباب أقرع. تخيل إنه لو أي صديق مديلك ميعاد وقال لك هعدي عليك الساعة الفلانية، وخبط على باب البيت خبطتين، أو حتى رن عليك ميست كول في التليفون، شوف التصرف بتاعك هيكون إزاي. ولكن لما رب المجد نفسه واقف يخبط على باب قلب كل واحد فينا، لعل نسمع، لعل نفتح، لعل نقدم له دعوة ونقول له تعالى اتفضل يا رب اتعشى معانا ومتعنا بمحبتك، بأبوتك، بغناك، بكرمك، بمراحمك الواسعة. ها أنا ذا واقف على الباب أقرع. خلينا دايما فاكرين النهارده في دعوة موجهة شخصية جدا لكل واحد مننا: كونوا مواظبين على الصلاة، ساهرين فيها بالشكر، ولإلهنا كل